Let's get to our panel now, and joining me tonight is Menzies Research Centre Senior Fellow Nick Cater and former Labor advisor Darren Barnett. Welcome both, gentlemen. Now, pro-Palestine activists in Sydney have vowed to defy the protest ban put in place by the New South Wales government by holding a demonstration tomorrow against its new hate speech laws and the impending visit as well of Israeli President Isaac Herzog. The New South Wales Police Assistant Commissioner Peter McKenna has told them to, quote, give it a break. Nick, I think he's right, isn't he? Australians are sick of this.
Of course he is. He's spot on. But because they're angry, of course, because they've been robbed of the moral high ground by the events at Bondi, and they're determined to get it back. They're determined to test these regulations, or they're determined to test the strength of will in the police force, crucially. They want the police to cower into the background, just as they did on October 9, shamefully, on October 9, 2023. The police must not do that. They must come out and apply the full force of the law. These people have no protection if they block traffic, interfere with public safety, block pavements. They can be arrested, and they should be arrested. So if they're foolish enough to go ahead, let's hope we see some really robust police action for once.
Yeah, you're referring, of course, to what happened outside the Sydney Opera House, those now infamous scenes of rioting. But, Darren, I'm not exactly filled with confidence that police will take firm action. I know they called a press conference today, but when the Assistant Commissioner was actually asked about whether people who said, for example, globalise the Intifada would be arrested, he couldn't answer that clearly.
Well, clearly, if there are changes in the law, that would be reflected in what can and can't be said. But this is a common sense test. You're not supposed to protest. There are good reasons for it, so don't protest. And if you do, then, as Nick rightly points out, the full force of the law should be brought down upon you. I think there's a bit of relevance deprivation going on for some of the organisers of the pro-Palestine events, and they just want to be relevant again, and they don't care about the rules. They just want to be on TV. So let's try and give them minimal coverage, but also use the full force of the law if they decide to break the rules.
Look, I hope you're right. I hope they do use the full force of the law. I just, I guess the last 2 years hasn't filled me with a great deal of confidence about that. Let's hope it's different tomorrow.
The only thing to that, though, Caroline, I think this is a test for the government. They've put the new rules in place. They've held a press conference today. Everybody's watching that. If they don't have a hard line on this tomorrow, it means that others who want to protest about whatever are not going to take these laws seriously. So it's a pretty important day for the government and it defending its decisions as well.
Yeah, you're right. It is a test case, so I hope they pass it.